What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I have a great video in store for you guys today. It's definitely a controversial one, so I need your help. I definitely need your opinion. Now, before we jump into this, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. I post daily videos, usually 2 videos a day. Now, the U.S. Mint. The U.S. Mint, a very respected, a very recognizable mint, but they're not too fancy, right? They're kind of just bullying. I mean, they do have sets and series, the America the Beautiful, but they're known for their eagles, and they really aren't special. The design stays the same every year, minted in the tens of millions. So there's nothing special about them, or there's no collector-driven perspective or aspect. But since we've seen these increasing, extremely high premiums, and by the way, guys, premium is however much on top of spot price. So if spot price is $20 and you see a coin for $26, that's a $6 premium. Bullion coins like American Eagles, Maple Leafs, coins that the design stays the same every year, minted in high quantity, should be sold around spot price. But this year, premiums on these bullion coins have shot through the roof. An American Eagle is worth nowadays as much as a Chinese panda is worth, which is crazy because pandas are way more rare, a lot more collectible, and worth the quality's better. So we're gonna dive into the pros and the cons of the U.S. Mint increasing their prices. Now, a disclaimer: they're not necessarily increasing the prices for all of their coins. It's mainly for the sets in the series, which is interesting because I already made a video on this. Nobody really cares for the U.S. Mint set or series. It's not like the Queen's Beast. It's not like the Lunar series. It's you know, it's really kind of it's for a very small it's a very small fan base or customer base, and the market's small for that as too. So it's going to be interesting what happens. Now, I have more to talk about, but I got to get into some of the article. I could talk all day about this stuff. Let's just highlight some of the main points, and let's keep on going. So, will the U.S. Mint price increases backfire? I definitely think it will. I think it's going to. This week, the U.S. Mint announced significant price hikes for its silver numismatic products. The range of increases range from about 30% to 70%. That's crazy. The jump in prices is related to the rise in silver spot price of about 35% year to date. Now, why are silver spot prices rising? Well, I'm sure you could guess, because of the pandemic. Supply shortages, increased demand, but also the supply shortages. Not only just shortages, but distributing it from all the regulation laws and all the boundaries and the borders. It's hard. There's a lot of silver going missing or just not filling the orders. You even remember earlier in the year, U.S. Mint sold out of American Eagles. So, it's definitely, it makes sense why there's premiums, but to what extent is it going to help them financially to boost their prices? It actually might hurt them in the long run. Yes, they might get a quicker buck right now, but in the long run, they might lose a lot more money than they gain from this. So, the higher prices include products such as commemorative silver dollars, burnished and proof silver American Eagles, proof silver American Eagles, burnished 5-ounce America the Beautiful quarters, and silver proof sets. So, adjusting prices is sensible. For instance, the bullion, gold, silver, and platinum coins issued by the U.S. Mint are sold at prices determined by current spot price marks or markets. The higher prices automatically handled with these products. However, just because the price of a major raw material has increased 35% does not necessarily mean that the entire product's retail price merits a matching price hike. And that could be debatable. The cost of components of a product are raw materials, including the packaging, labor, and fixed variable overhead. In the bullion price coins, the raw material costs are the largest part of the total cost. Well, obviously, because it's a precious metal. Thus, it makes sense that these should be priced at ever-changing current markets. However, numismatic products are already priced significantly above raw material costs. Even if the price of silver in coins and metals has increased 35%, the U.S. Mint has also seen comparable increases in other raw material, labor, and overhead costs. I ask this question because some of the price increases are possibly high enough so as to set result in significant drop in the public demand. And that's when I first heard about this. That's what I first thought of. Is there's going to be no market for this. It's going to kill the price, and or it's gonna have this adverse effect where it's gonna make them super rare in like this super weird, expensive, exclusive collector thing. I don't know. I highly doubt it, but it's definitely weird. It's definitely weird. So they go into all this stuff, but I have a very important point to make, and let's jump into it. Now, American Eagles are minted by the tens of millions per year. First, we need to go over the impact of this pandemic on production in 2020. On March 28th, the West Point Mint, believed to be the only producer of bullion, American Silver Eagles, from 2018, was shut down for cleaning after an employee tested positive for this pandemic. The facility reopened on April 1st, and bullion coin production was reduced to prevent employee exposure, before once again being shut down on April 15th due to safety concerns. To make up for the reduced and later suspended production of silver bullion coins, the Philadelphia Mint struck 240,000 American Eagles from April 8th through April 20th. Although these coins were physically identical to the West Point coins, coin grading companies began certifying Philadelphia Mint Silver Eagles as emergency issues, triggering a demand for the coins among coin collectors. Production at West Point continued on April 21st. So you can see that these coins only minted from the West Point Mint. There's this super weird collection of emergency issue silver, because there's such a low amount made, and such a crazy reason too, right? Think about having one of the Eagles that were only minted because of this pandemic in such a low quantity. So it makes sense. But anyways, that's the main point, is that American Eagles are minted in very high value. 2019, you could see around 15 million, and it actually used to be a lot higher. 2011, 40 million. 2012, 33 million. 2013, 42 million, 44 million, 47, 37 million, 18 million. And here's the point I'm making. When they're minted that high, when a quantity is that high, it really means there's no scarcity, they're not rare, and the price should be close to spot price. Now, a coin, this rarity is one of its benefits, one of its highlights. Like the Panda, for instance, the design changes every year, respectable, recognizable mint, never makes mistakes. Let's see these numbers. So, pandas. We know that pandas are extremely collectible. They're actually one of the most collectible coins out there, in my opinion. I love pandas. And look at these numbers compared to the American Eagles. So you can see it shows some of these. The blanks are the actual amount of the Silver Eagles. So you can see 2012, 8 million. They used to always do an 8 million. If you've ever heard my videos, this is the number I always compare pandas to being minted, is 8 million. I always say that number. You can see 8 million, 10, and then recently 10 million. So there's around 8 to 10 million minted per year, when you have American Eagles that are in the 30, 40 million. So these are much more rare. And you can see some of these anniversaries and stuff, it's only 10, 20,000. So the price for pandas should be a lot higher than American eagles because the design changes every year, and there's way less of them. Now, what the what the U.S. Mint's doing could actually have adverse or terrible, um, terrible backfiring events. I mean, think about the U.S. Mint already is seen kind of as just a bowling and not too fancy mint. This could really dampen their their I guess their their name. I mean, U.S. Mint is definitely the most recognizable, most respected. American Eagles are universally known everywhere. People that don't even know about silver stacking, you could show them an American Eagle and they know that that coin has value. There's no other coin in the world you can do that with. Show someone American Eagle in Asia and wherever, they're going to know that coin has silver inside of it, or it's valuable to some extent. And hurting the reputation of that name could definitely affect sales a lot, and it could cause a rippling effect for everything. Now, I don't think it's going to be too crazy, but I definitely wanted to make this video to see what you guys had to say. What do you think about this? Do you think this is going to help the U.S. Mint stay afloat where, you know, almost all business is hurting from this pandemic, or do you think that this was a bad move, and do you think it's going to backfire? I definitely think that it's going to be interesting to say the least, and I'll probably keep you guys updated on this, on what were the sales or how many were sold, and you know what kind of happened, because it really would be interesting if it had a adverse effect and it brought this very exclusive small collector, kind of like the West Point Mint, the emergency coins did. There's another video this kind of reminds me of that I was talking about before a couple weeks ago, and it was how they're selling silver at Costco. Costco, which is like a shopping center, it's a store, is selling gold and silver. So you can go to the store to buy some toilet paper and some milk, and you could walk out with some silver. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. But it's happening. Now, I definitely think that, and this could cause a weird collector value too. So, anyways, I just wanted to make this video to see what you guys had to say about this. If you did think this video was educational, informational, or entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Links in the description. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.